kid's name's Hannah. Hannah Overton.
How old?
8.
How long has she been missing?
About 4 hours.
Who saw her last?
Apparently the grandfather. She was just riding a bike. Yeah.
Look, no cars, no strangers?
No, sir. No, kid just vanished.
What about the parents?
A bit of a domestic situation there. The dad has custody, and the maternal grandparents get to see the kid every couple of weeks, just for a weekend.
Where's the mother?
Dead. But it's all natural causes. Look, according to the grandparents, the kid would sometimes...
Hannah.
Yeah, right, Hannah. Would sometimes rather hide than have to go back to the dad.
So the kid could be hiding.
Or she could be lost.
Look, how do you want to handle this, sir?
Abduction. If it turns out she's hiding in the bush, she gets a backside smack, then we all get to go home.
I told him to wait.
Excuse me, sir. Are you a friend or a relative? Is there anything you can tell us about the little girl?
Hannah's father.
Let it go. Let it go.
What have you done with her?
David!
Where is she?
David,
Get away with it, break it up! That's enough! Then what have you done with her? You know all about it! That's enough! Get him out! Set back off!
Well, I'm here to find a missing child, not settle some family dispute. You the father?
They know where she is.
Get him out of here.
If you want to find Hannah, you ask her!
He did it! He's taken her! It's all of that!
I don't want him in my house!
Mr. Thomas, let's just sit down and calm down, shall we? All right?
Right.
It's just all settled. I'm Detective Inspector Jack Maitland. Now, what makes you think Hannah's father has something to do with her disappearance, Mrs. Thomas?
Because of what he has been doing to her.
And what would that be?
Hannah is in tears every time she has to go back with him. What do you think he's been doing to her?
You know anything about this?
Yeah.
Oh, anything to it?
Look, we got a sworn affidavit from a woman, Gleason, Libby Gleason. She's not local, but she reckons she saw David hitting the kid at the swimming pool.
You think I might like to have known that? This woman, this Gleason, do you believe she saw something?
I don't know, sir. You know, it's possible.
Right. Find her, bring her down here.
This custody thing sounds like a mess.
Oh, most of them are. I want you to run a check on anyone within a 50-kilometre radius who's ever so much as looked sideways at a kid before. Just in case this is a genuine abduction.
Yeah, right, sir.
Which one do you want?
Her.
Bad luck.
When Linda died, Hannah was only 4 years old. We raised her. She's our child. She's always been our child. She always will be. Hannah's special. I suppose everyone thinks that of their grandchildren. But it's been different for us. You could see how happy Hannah is when she's with us.
He doesn't deserve to be our father.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I have to ask, Mrs. Thomas. Did you have anything to do with Hannah's disappearance?
No, I did not. Don't listen to anything he tells you. Hannah's father is evil.
lost.
She's very pretty. Any other kids?
Just Hannah.
Mrs. Thomas said Hannah would sometimes hide rather than go home with you.
That's a lie. Anything Barbara tells you about me is a lie.
Well, what about Libby Gleason? Is she a liar too?
How long has this abuse been going on?
Since he got custody.
Did you report it?
Of course I reported it, but no one did anything. They just let it go on and on. I knew this would happen. I've dreaded this day.
Hannah's never hidden, never been upset about leaving her grandmother's and going home with you.
I've picked her up and she's been in tears.
Why?
What? Because of the things that Barbara's told her? That I didn't love her? That I was going to give her away? She couldn't stand me having her. None of them could. She took Hannah. It's her.
Do you have any proof?
I don't need proof.
Well, you might, Mr. Overton, but we do.
You have got no idea what she's like. What she's capable of. Things that she can do. You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me. Mr. Overton.
She's a witch. Barbara's a witch.
A witch? Well, usually he just calls me a bitch. He's just trying to mislead you. Hannah isn't lost. She hasn't been taken by a stranger or a witch on a broomstick.
Why would he take her, Mrs. Thomas, when he already has custody?
He's an intensely jealous man, Inspector. He hated Hannah coming up here. More than once he came and got her before he was supposed to. I think he came here and he took her. He's done something to her.
You ever met a witch?
Not that I know of.
Me neither. She sure doesn't like him.
Well, maybe with good reason.
Listen, mate, you can tell me.
Not this time, Roger.
What about her husband?
Looks like the sort of guy that does what he's told.
Police emergency services volunteers and local residents from this close-knit community have joined in to help the search for the missing 8-year-old who disappeared from her grandmother's home while at London.
Small town of Whitlow where the search for Hannah Overton continues. Hannah was on an afternoon
Members of
access.
police and emergency service personnel and local volunteers are combing nearby bushland for the 8-year-old whose bicycle was found abandoned on the
While
roadside.
they have not ruled out the possibility that Hannah may have wandered off and got lost, they fear that she may have been abducted.
Where's Hannah?
It's supposed to be.
Where's Hannah?
Access isn't until next week.
I heard you're leaving.
Who told you that?
You don't own her, Linda, and neither does your mother.
Stay.
Linda, open the door! Open the bloody door!
Hannah's gonna grow away from you, David. You're an absent father. An absent father.
I know what I saw.
Sometimes people make mistakes, Miss Gleason. They see what they want to see.
He was as close as you are. I didn't imagine it. I saw him hit her. It was hard enough to make her cry.
You're not from around here, are you?
I was visiting friends.
Barbara Thomas.
I met her through a mutual friend. I stayed there once. That's when I saw him hit her at the pool.
Did Barbara Thomas tell you David was physically abusing Hannah?
Yes, she did.
Was it before you swore the affidavit or after?
It was before.
Before this incident you claim you saw her at the swimming pool?
No, it was after the pool incident. That's when she told me it wasn't the first time. Look. Just because we talked about it doesn't change what I saw. A violent man hitting an innocent child.
Who do you believe, Jack?
I think it's too early to believe any of them. Thought you would have learnt that.
You don't think this guy loves his daughter?
Maybe he loves her too much.
Excuse me, Jack. I just spoke to one of the locals, a bloke named Bernie Reed. Now, he said he stopped by to see David this afternoon, only David wasn't home. Then he went back half an hour later. David still wasn't home.
Maybe he didn't want to see the guy.
Oh, no. Bernie owed him money. Went round there to pay him.
Well, wouldn't you open the door if you were at home?
Think you got any sleep?
Would you?
Search grid H9310. Western reference W626.
Morning.
You found Hannah?
No, no news, sorry.
We'd like to talk to you, David.
Mr. Overton.
It's Hannah's. It's a game she played. Can I offer you something?
Not for me.
No, I'm fine, thanks.
It's a bad night.
There's just a couple of things we need to clear up, David.